Hi, how are you? I hope you're fine. I hope everyone's doing well. I've been missing for a few days, and that's mainly because I was sick. I wasn't really feeling myself. Guess I'm not fine. Anyways, I wanted to give you guys an update on how things are going with the book and how everything is going. I just wanted to document my journey through the book, but let me share with you what's been going on. So I recently completed chapter one, which was the price of wishes. Now I am completing. No. I'm at the beginning stages of chapter two, which is you versus you. I've realized that after you've known the prices of wishes, the things that you need in order to see your vision come to life, you have to also face another battle, which is your internal battle. Your internal battle is when you are fighting you, right? So it's sort of like your old identity versus your new identity, when you've been used to procrastinating and now it's your chance to wake up each and every day and put some effort in. So your old self will kind of tell you, like, let's put this work for later today. Let's not do it today. Let's do it next week. And next week becomes next month, and then next month, and so on and so on. And then you have internal battles like fear. You fear what other people would think. You'd fear what other people would say about you. Just like me, when I started taking videos on TikTok, I was a little bit concerned about, like, what am I doing? Why? Who am I to take videos or for TikTok? I'm not that kind of person. Why am I doing this? But then at the end of the day, the bigger picture is the main goal, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm chasing the main goal instead of allowing fear to dictate whether I post a video or not. And I never thought I'd talk about that, but yeah, that's actually real. For a little while, I was concerned about how how the whole TikTok world or the YouTube world or any world that deals in video would react to me saying the things that I would say. Do I really have that much of a voice for me to be heard? Questions like that. But now, doing it for a little while, I don't think I do have questions like that, or have that fear anymore. I think, or doubt anymore. I don't have it anymore, and it's mainly because I record a lot. Right, even when I was sick, I was still recording, but I wasn't recording to post. I was just, you know, doing it for my own self. So in the beginning of chapter two, I'll open up with two stories. One of Edwin Howard Armstrong, who was the inventor of the technology of FM radio, frequency modulation, and I have a story of Catalin Carico, who is responsible for the research that went to develop the vaccines of COVID-19. So I thought it would be nice to use modern stories on my book rather than just dig deep into modern or into Asian history alone. I thought it would be better to have a little bit of mix. I also did this with the story of Francis Ngannou, the UFC fighter. The story lies in chapter two. I think it was in test. His story is also fascinating. Quite an incredible story. That man did went through challenges, faced a lot of things, including sleeping in parking garages, arrested by border, but I think they call border guards or border patrol. I'm not sure. He was arrested in Spain for 2 months before they released him. He went to France. He was hungry on the streets until he met with what's the guy's name? I think his name was Leonard, who took him in and showed him training and showed him the ropes until UFC saw him, and then from UFC to being a boxing, uh, what do you call yes, being the challenger, boxing challenge for the heavyweight title of the world, which he almost won, but he didn't won. He almost won through to the points system. So yes, and there are so many lot of interesting stories. I wish that the book was already done, that I could share it with you guys. But still have a lot of work to put in. There's still a lot of months. There's still a lot of days there's still a lot of work actually. So yeah, but I'm loving the journey each and every day, because when I do research, I'm finding things that not only will help the people that are going to read the book, but will also help myself, because some of the knowledge is profound, and I found that it has been effective on my own life, right? Because beginning to see that I should be more productive and more resourceful than just lazy up, because there is no benefit in being lazy. I believe that the Bible is the oldest book, or the oldest words written. Now, not directly the oldest, but like one of the oldest piece of literature that ever came. That one of the oldest piece of literature that survived throughout time. So in the Bible, they it does say you will reap what you sow. You will reap what you sow. So I'm trying to sow as much as I can, so that when I reap as much as I can. Some of the principles in the Bibles are actually serious principle that someone should consider living by. But I'm not here to preach. I'm here to talk about the book, and I think I did just that. Uh, I think tomorrow I will. Yeah, tomorrow I will read a passage from the book. I won't be reading the true stories that I talked about, because I don't want to spoil the book entirely. But if you're interested in the book, you can search the person. It's Edwin Howard Armstrong, and it's Cataline Carico. Yes, you can just search them up and see their stories and find out who they are, what they did. Yeah, but I don't mind telling the stories to you, so I might do that as well. But reading them out, I think it spoils the narrative view that I'm trying to keep. I'm trying to keep some sort of mystery in the book. I don't want to reveal everything, although some of the lessons I'll just come and throw them out, especially if I feel like it's something important, especially about identity shift. When I discovered that identity shift thing, was mind blowing, because for a while I didn't really understand why we do the things we do, and why we stop ourselves from doing other things, because there is no there is no complete definition of yourself, right? And I've always known that, like, you can't fully say this is who I am, this is what I by what I am, this is what I do, this is what I am, and it's rigid, like it's a wall, like it can never be changed. This is who you are. You're a nice person. You're a nice person, and you always be a nice person. It's not like that. You might be a nice person today, but the next day you're just one horror that no one wanna watch. You know. So I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. I guess I missed to be back on the camera, and I think that will be it. So I'll catch you guys on the next update. And I will be taking few days, a few days between posting, just so then my content can now be a longer, more more detailed, and yeah, so that there's a little bit of space, but more time. I'll be talking more time, but there will be more space. And yeah, that's it. And I'm thinking about starting to organize how I record content, instead of just me pointing out on shoot. Maybe organize, get something, you know just do something to make things better, but I don't know how. If you got any ideas, any other suggestions, I'm willing to listen. My ears are open.